Welcome back to Never Lost Outdoors. So this week we're back at the I don't know what you'd call this. When I think of the place, I kind of think of it as a fishing camp. 3 weeks ago, something like that, I don't know, I came down. This is the place with a little wood stove that I love so much, and river right there. It's like a little camp community, we'll call it. It's like a whole big old neighborhood full of campers and buses and random stuff people have made in the campers. Anyway, that's where we are. I have a new piece of tech to try out this week, and I needed somewhere where there's no service, so this is about the best place I can think of. Plus, I'm just always looking for an excuse to come here. Enough of that. Anyway, that's a chilly breeze coming in. So I actually got here yesterday, late yesterday. You guys didn't miss anything. All I did was I came in and started a fire and had a camp soda. Then I just kind of got settled in, hung out a little bit. I didn't even eat anything. I actually stopped at Applebee's on the way in. Thought I'd give them another shot, because Applebee's, in my opinion, has gone downhill a little. So, figured try something different, give them another chance, right? And I did make 2 different shorts, reels, whatever you call those things. So be sure to be looking for those. And it was like 55 degrees yesterday on a random February day. But today it was supposed to go back down, and it did. I think today's high was like 34 for this area, 36, I don't remember. I looked. It was wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. We do this every week. But anyway, they're talking about a little bit of snow today. It's definitely a little cloudy. I saw the sun poke out for a minute. But anyway, just got up, already got myself a coffee going. Slept very well last night. I always do here. That wood stove fire was amazing, like always. But now I do need to make a run to town, grab something I forgot. Story of my life. So I think I'm gonna do that, do a little exploring, a little running around, nothing too crazy. It's been a week, we'll call it. So I definitely felt like getting away for a couple days. So what I think I'm gonna do is stay for a few days, a couple days, something like that. So figured I'd bring you guys along like always, and figure while we're here, we're trying a new hot sauce. Well, it's not a hot sauce, it's a new sauce, you'll see. New camp soda. I don't have a new recipe actually. Yeah, stuff we've had before, but we're gonna do it anyway. But for now, I'll say we head to town, get the town run over with. We'll get back here and get us a wood stove fire going. Where it rained last night on top of this, yeah, I forgot to tell you that part. It rained last night on top of the snow. It's like, I'm going down today for sure. One thing I really like about these small towns is everything is in one area. Ace Hardware, grocery store. Right up there to the left is a dollar store. The right is a custard stand. Got a restaurant, gas station, all within walking distance. The one thing I do not like is smaller businesses like this don't always last. That door says auto repair, and that's a barber shop. I really like seeing those old school shops that have been open forever and are still up and going, but bigger businesses move in and ruin it for everybody, and sometimes these small towns just don't get enough business to keep going, but still, I really like it here. All right, grabbed a couple things. Got to go to the dollar store. I think there's actually a Family Dollar and a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General in the same building. Well, I was wrong, but the last time I was here, it was a Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. You can still kind of see where the sign was. But I just spotted a mobile coffee shop. I don't know what you call it, but I'm gonna get one. So that is a very friendly fellow. Serves bagels, a bunch of different bagels. Huge menu, tons of different coffees, teas. This thing looks really good, actually. Mocha, some kind of mocha. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. It's supposed to come with whipped cream. I just don't like that, but that's one of the better mocha coffees I've had. Well, another downfall of small towns with only a couple stores. If you don't find what it is you're looking for, you're not getting it. I just realized the Family Dollar moved from there all the way to there. It's a good thing I was not set on fishing this trip. That 50-some degree weather yesterday caused a lot of snow melt, and then it rained some. When I came through to go to town, there were huge chunks of ice floating down through there. I keep forgetting to get my fishing license anyways. But not great fishing conditions. One of these days we're going to do some fishing on the channel. Just noticed what looks like a tiny waterfall coming out of a tree. All right, back to camp. All right, so you can see, got this little fire going again. That breeze, it's a little chilly, but I'm not eating today. I just want to go to town, get it over with. It's one of those days I just really, yep. It's just one of those days where I really wasn't feeling breakfast. But I do have breakfast planned for tomorrow. But I am ready for a little snack, I think. Crack Balls Carolina Reaper from deathnuts.com. Apparently they make Carolina Reaper peanuts. They've ventured off into cheese puffs. These were sent in from Mike last week. I thought for sure I would have made a pretty terrible mistake last week because I just started eating spicy stuff and a random camp soda and all that on an empty stomach. Because I've had quite a few of you ask how I eat the way I do with the heat and the spice and all that. I woke up that last video and made that breakfast and I was getting some grumbling going on, but somehow I was fine. Apparently I have some kind of iron gut, I don't know. People say like Taco Bell wrecks you and all this stuff and Mexican food and hot sauces and whatever. I wouldn't say that my gut health is probably great, but there's really nothing that makes it any worse, if that makes any sense. But again, empty stomach, tons of spice, we'll see how it goes. It's got that good cheese puff consistency. It's not overly soft or overly hard. Not an immediate heat, but it comes in after a couple seconds. It's a pretty nice cheese flavor though. No heat scale. Carolina Reaper, milk fat, cottonseed oil, cheese culture, cornmeal, spices, contains milk, Charlotte, North Carolina. Those are really good. It's got a heat that comes in kind of strong, so you expect it to get worse and worse, but it's really not. Delayed, comes in a little strong, good to go. I really like that flavor the more and more I eat of those. If you like a spicy cheese snack, you gotta look into those. If Cholula or Frank's Red Hot or Tabasco is too hot for you, I would say probably avoid these. They are probably a good 3 steps above that. 6.6 on heat. 7.6 on flavor. Random cat, sure you can probably hear that. Those are really good. You want a spicy cheese ball, kitty? I'm totally kidding. I would not feed that to a cat. It would probably kill it. Okay, go away. You're ruining my video. Anyway, I know this is kind of a different order of operations than normal, but I think what I'm gonna do, still fairly early, I'm gonna have me some lunch. Don't do that very often. Then after lunch, we'll maybe try a new camp soda. What I have planned for lunch, you guys have never seen me eat before. Start with a little yellow bell pepper. I like to cut them like this. I know everybody does it differently. But if I start up here, work my way down like that, I miss the seeds. Plate is way too small for this. I forgot my cutting board. And I go down around, pretty much cores the thing. I left a little sliver, I'll save that. Typically works pretty good. Give me a couple of straight cuts like this. Over here, little dice. Not too particular on my vegetables. That is good enough chop for me. Go with a pitiful looking tomato. Forget where I even got these now because I just stopped 19 pounds on the way here. But they'll do for now. I am a pretty big fan of tomatoes, so I'm going to be using this whole thing minimum. Got some leftover onion from home. GoPro, stop recording. Next, we can go with some pickle. And they call them nachos, but it's just jalapenos. So, can you guess what I'm making yet? If you guessed salad, then you guessed right. Bell pepper, onion, tomato, onion going in. Going with a handful of jalapenos. And a couple more won't hurt. Plenty of pickle. I'm going for kind of like an anti-pasta vibe. I'm not usually a side salad kind of person, because I usually don't have meat in them. I usually have chicken or steak, but anti-pasta is usually not too bad. I don't know whether it's going to work, but I can kind of shred some up and throw it in here. Colby Monterey Jack cheese. To me, a salad just really isn't a salad without some kind of cheese on it. And a little pepper jack. I do not like most of Ken's products, but this Caesar is not bad. I actually like the light better, but it is way harder to find than the full strength version. Well, we're going with a little bit of this. All right, lastly, I believe what I'm going to do, if I can get it open, a little black pepper. I'm a really big fan of that on my salad for whatever reason. I put black pepper on everything, so I guess it's really no surprise. But how surprised are you guys to see me eating a salad? I know I've joked about it before, about it being like boring content and whatnot. It's not that I hate salads, don't get me wrong. I know I talk a lot of noise on lettuce because it's pretty much pointless. I'll say it forever. This is the only place that makes sense to me. And even then, I only do it like half the time. I actually prefer spinach over lettuce. You can mix it if you want, it's all right, like half and half, but I can eat a full spinach salad. My thing with salads are, they're overpriced in restaurants. I'm not gonna go sit down somewhere and eat a salad for $13, $14, $15. It's just not gonna happen. Texas Roadhouse has their chicken critter salad. It's like 15 bucks, but That thing's loaded. I still don't even get it very often at all, like once every few years probably. And then side salads are just bland and pointless. I want some protein in mine, meat of some sort. And I'm also just not a really big fan of a lot of the toppings that most people put in their salads. I am not that big of a fan of the bell pepper. They're too sweet. I like onion, tomato, I like potatoes. That doesn't really make sense in most salads. Unless you do french fries, and then it's not healthy anymore. The dressings, the cheese, it's not healthy. But this is better than like a big old burger and fries. Maybe. Don't like croutons. So you're like typical salad toppings. Not a fan. Oh, let's see how we did on this one. Pretty good salad. I can load mine down with tomatoes. Well, some people probably don't put jalapenos. It's a big one too in their salad, but I would take that over zucchini or squash, or honestly over bell peppers. Plus, you know, around here, even if it's a salad, we're gonna get a little extra kick out of it. That turkey is actually really good in there. It's no chicken or steak, but it'll do. I know one thing. Here it is. Not enough spice in there with that pepper jack cheese or whatever it was, and some canned jalapenos, jarred jalapenos. So we're gonna go back in with this from last week, Mikey V's Dill Pickle Reaper. I've tried this stuff on a lot of things since then. It's been good on everything. So I know it's gonna be all right in here. I'm just gonna dump it in there, I don't care. Definitely won't hurt it. Yep, I knew it'd be good in there. Does not disappoint. All right, I'm gonna go over here, sit down by that stove, have the rest of my salad. I'd actually intended on making dinner before too awful long, but like everything, I get out of control fast. Might be a couple hours now. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, for this week's new camp soda, we're rolling the dice again on these Mike's Harder. Black cherry. I would go for black cherry before I would have went with the pina colada anyway, but I was just feeling adventurous. But I don't really think this one's gonna be all that good. The last one surprised me too. For those of you that do not know how to shotgun, we'll give you a quick little tutorial. I always turn my tab like this. That way when you turn it around, it's still side to side like that. Tilt your can just slightly. That way if you could see through this can, there'd be a little air pocket right here. Because I've seen a lot of people poke these and it just spray everywhere. So you get that little tilt, you get your little air pocket. Take your knife, your thumb, your key, whatever you got, go in slowly. It'll hiss, won't spray. Always cut me out a nice big old hole. I always just kind of go square. I can't really tilt that to where you can see it without spilling it. But nothing's coming out. Nice big old hole in there. No mess. Okay. I didn't think I'd ever say this. I think the pina colada was better. That tastes like a spiked cough syrup. Yeah, I don't think I'd have that one again. It's kind of rough. 4.8 out of 10. It's very surprising. I thought for sure that I would like that black cherry better. I don't know. Kind of disappointing. But black cherry probably be a pretty difficult flavor to spike, we'll call it, and it be like a good flavor. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is go in here, stoke up this fire a little bit more. As you can see, the sun's getting a little lower now. That'll be dinner time before too long. We're gonna try a new sauce that was sent in by Troy. Got something real easy to try for dinner. When you see what it is, you're gonna be surprised how long it took for me to decide on that to cook for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and get my skillet on here. Get that thing preheating because this is a pretty non-traditional way of how I'm gonna cook this. So we're gonna need all the heat we can get. Should be plenty of heat. Go down with some cooking spray. Now I know that typically you wouldn't like pan fry a chicken nugget, but where I'm trying to eat a little bit better, which is funny to say putting dino nuggets in a skillet, but trying not to use oil. Cut out some of the like deep fried foods. So instead, we'll just pan fry 30 of these. Put a lid on them. Figured that would help cook a little bit. So let's see how they're doing. They're pretty nice and golden brown, I think. I'm at the world's largest tongs for these. Flip. Flip.
Flip, flip, Philadelphia.
The nugs are nearing completion. So we're going to try the new sauce sent in by Troy last week. Polymark ketchup, hot. I don't know how to pronounce that part. Loose, Judy? I don't know. Anyway, as most of you know by now, I am not a fan of ketchup. I've had the jalapeno and habanero Heinz or whatever brand. They were all right. So, shouldn't be too bad. But this is from a different country, so I don't know what they do there or how this cap comes off. Maybe there's not another safety seal. I don't know. I'm gonna shake it. I'm trying on its own first. No additional safety seal. It definitely has that ketchup like flavor and sweetness, but it's not overpowering. It almost reminds me of cocktail sauce. The hot part's pretty dramatic. Yeah, I don't even think that's as spicy as like Tabasco. Oh, I'm gonna try it on dinner anyway. Now, earlier I mentioned that it took me forever to decide on that. Well, when you don't eat something, it's kind of hard to figure out what to pair it with. Because what do you eat ketchup on? French fries and chicken nuggets. I walked around that store 47 times trying to figure out what to have with that. I've not had ketchup on a chicken nugget since I was like 7, but we're going to try it anyway. Chicken nuggets turned out pretty good, actually. You just heard those sizzling in the skillet, so of course I'm going to bite right into it. Yep, that's hot. It's honestly not as crispy as I thought it would be. But, what do you expect in a skillet? Definitely that white, kind of mushy mystery meat that you expect out of a bag of nuggets. Definitely not as good as it would be like deep fried. But it's got to be a little healthier, right? See if the ketchup helps or makes it worse. Should cool it down at the very least. I have not had ketchup on a chicken nugget in so long. That is very weird to me. That specific brand definitely still has too much sweetness for me. If you can mix in like some hot sauce in there and shake it up, it'd be a lot better. If you're looking for something like with a lot of heat or some real spice, probably not gonna get it out of that. Still got a little bit of the pickle hot sauce left. We might as well try that. Because I am a big fan of pickle on chicken. If I go to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken sandwich, I always ask for extra pickle. Yep, that pickle hot sauce is definitely way more up my alley. Or I'm also a big fan of barbecue sauce on chicken nuggets. Anyway, do not be discouraged by what I say. Like I said, that is ketchup. It doesn't taste weird. It doesn't taste off-putting by any means. For me, that spice is like very low. If it didn't say hot, I may not even know it's there. So it's definitely in the ones. Probably like a 1.5 on the heat scale, max. But flavor, as far as compared to other ketchups, it's right there with it. Probably a 5 or 6 on flavor. That's about what I would give any other ketchup. Not a 6. 4.8. 4.8. If it was there, no other sauce, I would have it. Kind of situation. Anyway, I'm gonna have some more nugs. Have another camp soda, probably go to bed. Stay tuned for breakfast because I got one more thing I'm gonna try with that ketchup. So I slept really well last night. I need to ask the owner of the camp again what those mattresses are, because if you guys are thinking about some kind of new mattress situation, I would highly recommend those. I sleep so much better here than I do at home. I think he said they were like Amazon, like $100 little mattress things. Like they're just not very thick, so comfortable. Anyway, I got a new coffee to try. I found it actually yesterday, so I figured to try it today. Folgers caramel cold coffee. I'm very surprised to see this. Natural source of caffeine, 170 calories per can. What kind of sugars we got? 29 grams, 105 milligrams of sodium. I did not see Folgers jumping on the whole cold coffee train. They're just like such an older company. I figured they're just like, here's the coffee your parents and grandparents drank, take it or leave it. So, hopefully it's all right. I've been in the mood for a new cold coffee recently. The Dunkin' Original that you guys have seen me have is still my favorite. The Monster Javas are really good. I keep looking, but I'm yet to find any more that are on that level. Not bad. Not the best caramel flavor. A little faint. I would say for most people's liking, it could be sweeter. For me, it's about where I like it sweetness wise. This is definitely more of a hot coffee kind of day. I don't know what the temperature is because I do not have good enough service here, but it's foreshore in the 30s. I would say low end. I think I just saw, yeah, I did. Saw a snow flurry or two. Yesterday for here, there was a minimum 20% chance all day, starting at like 10 a.m., 9 a.m., something like that. I mean, clear up till I could see for the daily, which was up to like 1 a.m. And there was a few times it was like 40%. I really thought we were going to get to see a little snow yesterday, but it was definitely too warm for snow. So maybe that got pushed back. It's a little cloudy. I do not have the wood stove going yet because I'm not the type to stoke that thing completely full to the brim, let it burn all night to where it's like got coals and you can just start it up in the morning real easy. I just don't trust that situation myself because I could see burning the place down. There's a smoke detector in there. you got too crazy, it would definitely let me know, but I'd also rather not be involved in a structure fire. So we're going to whip out the old portable camping stove you guys see me use. We're going to make us up a little breakfast finally. Haven't had breakfast at all this trip. Every time I come out here to talk to you guys, there's just a bird screaming or a cat screaming. I haven't seen that guy again yet. All right, let's cook up some breakfast. Well, already ran into a problem. No can opener. Completely forgot to bring one. Wish I thought of that yesterday while I was in town, but I did not. So, I'm gonna make a can opener out of this hammer. Something like that. And I took a pair of pliers. And we'll open it. Something like so. I wouldn't recommend doing this at home necessarily, but it'll work in this case. Or just completely wreck the can trying. We'll get it open. Just like that. Open. You too, in just 5 short minutes. And just a couple household tools can open your own can. A little dirt on the potato or two, but it'll be fine. Modern problems require modern solutions. Or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's cook these potatoes finally. I wanted a little diced up potatoes, but this is all they had. So while they cook, I'm just going to kind of give them my own dice. I have some green chilies that I think you guys saw me buy yesterday that I was going to put in here with them, but I don't know that it's worth the hassle to open that can because it does not have the quick top either. It may just be a seasoned potato kind of situation today. Do a little Cajun two-step. I've got some Cajun fried potatoes for breakfast. This is not my favorite Cajun, but I've had it for a while. I had to buy it in this huge thing, so I'm just trying to use it up more than anything. It ain't breakfast without a meat, right? Banquet brown and serve. Never had this before. I don't even remember which dollar store I was in when I found it now. I don't know. Pre-cooked, throw it in the skillet, probably microwave it, I'm sure. It says keep frozen, but yeah, you can throw it right in the microwave for a few minutes. So I don't have real high hopes for it, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Turns out those things are tiny. It said 8 in a box. Didn't realize that was like 1 serving. And rounding up all right. Definitely a little mystery meat looking. Almost forgot, got this pepper jack cheese left. Can't go wrong with some cheese on your potatoes. Eggs should be nearing completion. Colby and Monterey, got a little bit of that left too. Might as well use some of that up. Do like a little cheese on my scrambled eggs. I don't have scrambled very often. You gotta admit, that is not awful looking. Even though it is dollar store mystery breakfast meat. Let's try a piece. A little odd. Even being that brown, it's still like extra mushy and soft in the middle. Doesn't taste as bad as I thought it would. If I had to, I'd get it again. but I wouldn't do it on purpose. It would have to be no other sausage anywhere kind of situation. These canned potatoes should be all right. I haven't really seen a real big difference in like different brands of canned potato. Not bad. I'll be excited to get that Cajun two-step going and then go into another seasoning that I have, but it'll do. It's better than bland old plain potatoes. And scrambled eggs, we all know what that tastes like. I know typically you guys would see me eat fried eggs because I like fried way better. I like the yolk way better, like on your potatoes and whatnot. But the reason I did that is because of the new ketchup. When I was a kid, I used to like ketchup on my scrambled eggs. And then I didn't do it again for a long time. Somewhere around my early 20s. Me and a buddy of mine did it for a long time there for a minute. But it's been a long time ago. So let's see if I like it anymore. I'm gonna say I doubt it. Tastes like ketchup on scrambled eggs. If you enjoy that, you would like it. It's crazy it says hot with that small of amount of heat. Try it on a potato. I know people like ketchup on potatoes, French fries and whatnot, so we'll try it on these. I think I might like it better on the potatoes than the eggs, honestly. I'm gonna go in here and finish my breakfast, because it is much warmer in there than out here, and finish up my coffee. But we've got a little review to do here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Well, as you can see, I got a fire going again. It's already like 3, 4, I don't know what time it is. It's late enough afternoon. Kind of cleaned up a little brush around here and some falling down sticks and all that. A couple dead trees floating around. They're probably going to come down eventually, but just been kind of tinkering around here and decided it's already late enough. I'm staying again. Now tomorrow's upload day. I think tomorrow's Friday. Pretty sure tomorrow's Friday. What day and time and year is it? Thursday, Feb 12. Yes. So you will see this video tomorrow. Now typically I wouldn't risk it. I would just finish it up, go home, edit it, and be ready tomorrow. The last time I stayed here was the time that we got snowed in another day, I think. Well, that Thursday night I edited here, which is fine. There's power here. All I need is that to plug in the laptop so it doesn't die. Actually, sitting by a nice warm wood stove was very peaceful, and I'm actually kind of excited to do it again. But I do need to upload tomorrow. Last time we were here, I went to town, looked around for some Wi-Fi, and everybody acted like I was asking for a 10-pound bag of gold. I don't know. People looked at me really weird. They were like, where does Wi-Fi come from? Who is that? So that kind of didn't work out. I had one actually say that it was just down, so it may be back up. I'm not going to risk it because I've already been to town. It's like a 20-minute drive. If I'm going to do that, I'll just go 20 minutes back towards home, and then another like hour and a half and we'd be home. But I have a little product to review that may make this little upload tomorrow easier. This is what we're dealing with. This is a Starlink Mini. I'm not really sure, but I'm about to tell you. So it's just this thing that big, you know, about the size of the cutting board. Got a little kickstand on the back. Just sit it down, plug it into the wall, and you want to try to find a clear spot so it gets a good signal, which I got it right in that clear spot there. Being winter, no leaves, this probably wouldn't affect a lot. There are some clouds you can see, but the friend of mine that has the camp has that as well, and he's used it a few times here and other places, and it seemed to work pretty well. He said with the leaves, like I just mentioned, it can block it some. So I'm hoping this will be all right. I'm not really sure. I said that typically my videos are like 40-ish minutes. He said, well, if you can get a good signal there, it will work just fine. because it works just as good as it does at my house with my home internet. So that would be ideal. Because if it doesn't, then I gotta get everything together and take off out of here in the morning and go somewhere where I can upload. But if this thing works good for me, I'm highly considering buying one, because I do travel a lot on and off camera. So there's been times that I've had to upload these videos in random places. I've found a couple different McDonald's with pretty good Wi-Fi. I've sat in hotel parking lots before. I've gotten some pretty good deals on hotels, but the Wi-Fi was down or so bad that I couldn't do anything and had to go pay more for a hotel somewhere just because the Wi-Fi works to get you guys a video every Friday. But it's worth it. I'm not gonna keep you guys guessing as to when a video comes out. It's bad enough that I don't have a more specific time. I try to have them up between 5 and 7. That way a lot of you may be getting off work, coming in, watching it, having dinner and sitting on the couch and watching me ramble nonsense. It just seems to be about the best time. So I'm gonna start early, see if it'll upload, because these videos, you click upload and it goes for a while, and then it has to do some copyright checks and all that stuff, and then you click publish. So I don't have to do it at noon if it's ready to go by noon. But I can try by noon, have it ready, around 5 or 6, hit publish, it'll be up. That's my goal anyway. We're gonna try it out. But what you do is you plug it in, give it a few minutes, and give it like a little boot up time, I guess you could call it. And then what you do is you go into your Wi-Fi settings in your phone, just like normal. Whatever you've named it, you go down, click on that, put in your password, just like your Wi-Fi at home, and it should boot right up. Now, basically what it is a monthly plan you pay for with those things. Now, I asked him for some info just to make sure I was telling you guys right. So I'm gonna read you off what I was told. So the mobile one, which is this, is called Starlink Mini. It's the portable. That's the only Starlink thing you have. Then the unit itself costs about 300 bucks. That's off their website at starlink.com. I don't know. Wherever you go, you could Google Starlink Mini, it'd take you right there. Anyway, about 300 bucks to buy it. There's a plan for 50 bucks a month that'll get you 50 gig of download. And if you go over, it's $1 per gig after that, or you can do an unlimited plan for $165. I think personally, the unlimited plan would be nice. 165 bucks a month isn't super cheap, but you could use it whenever you wanted to. Now, if you already have Starlink at your house, then you can get the Mini for a reduced cost for the base unit. And the plan's only $30 a month for 100 gigs. That's if you have it at your home already. And then it's a gig after that, and it's still 165 unlimited, even if you have it at home. So unlimited regardless, you're paying 165, right? But for me, like I say, I've spent 30, 40, 50 more dollars in one shot just to go get a better hotel to upload these videos. And now that I'm doing more shorts and I'm doing Patreon, there's even more to upload. So I really don't ever want to get in a bind. Say like the last time we were here, I got snowed in and couldn't get out the next day. I would miss a whole upload day for you guys, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna kind of give it a little test, see how it does. I'm already hooked to it, so let's just go to like Google or YouTube or something and see how fast it works. Google, can't open it. I mean, that's about as open as it's gonna get. Right under that spot. But I'll move it down a little bit and we'll just see what happens. All right, it finally took off. I walked away and came back and gave it a minute. And I mean, it seems to find whatever it is I'm typing in. It's actually predicting what I could be looking for weather. So I'm gonna say that it's working at least pretty decent. We'll just check the weather for where we are. Got the little load bar. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty fast. That's not bad at all. 27 right now. I've been wanting to give you guys a weather update, and I just haven't messed with this thing at all. Because when I go camping, I don't really care a lot about technology. I'm not the type to go glamping normally. For me, to have power here is glamping. Full blown. There's no plumbing here. There's an outhouse across the way. I've lived in worse places than this camp is. So I'm completely comfortable here. I have really enjoyed not scrolling on social media. So I really didn't have any intention of plugging that thing in or messing with it much until I went to tell you guys about it. Now, I could have tried to upload a short or a reel, whatever you call them specifically. I think on YouTube they're shorts. I could have tried that here and it would have been fine. I was already going to town. I have pretty good service there without Wi-Fi. I just went there, uploaded. By the time this video is out, you will see those. They're up right now. So all we gotta do is try to get this long form, I think they call them long form, I don't know, video up for you guys tomorrow. So we'll see how it does. But I will be sure to update you guys next week on that. I'm gonna say so far, for being absolutely in the middle of nowhere, because there's no service for 40 minutes, I think, that way, and probably 25 that way. And we got right on Google, so I would say for your like typical internet scrolling, it's probably fine. I'm like a good 20 feet away from it now. Just sent a text, that went through pretty quick. I don't know about like a YouTube video, but we can try. Yeah, it must be too far away. Definitely says can't do it again. It was sitting, where was it? Originally I had it somewhere and I moved it a little more, about where that footprint is. You can't see it. Well, I looked up and like a couple feet over, there's actually more in line with this opening. And then clicked on YouTube again, and then it came kind of right up. Let's try it one more time, just to see. Nope, that's not you, period. Yeah, right back up. Oh, nope, hang on, yeah. Okay, so pretty good. So if you can get it right in the wide open and stay kind of close to it, it seems to work pretty well. I wish I would have brought my power inverter, because if it doesn't work that great there, I could go out, like out in the middle of this campground, there's a huge wide open area, and he said it works better there. So that's the nice thing with the Mini being portable. I could have just plugged it right in, drove over there, probably worked way better, but oh well, we're gonna try it right here and see what happens. At home, my Wi-Fi is not amazing. So like a 40-minute video usually takes upwards of 2 hours to upload, sometimes more. So if it'll at least do that, I'm gonna say that's pretty decent. But I believe this is where I'm gonna end this video off, because it's already gotta be an hour long now. Don't wanna drag this out forever, but since I have decided to stay another night, if you would like to, head over to Patreon. So that would be a good opportunity to give you guys over there a little behind the scenes of this campground situation we got going on, because I've never told anybody exactly how this is. I think I've called it like a shanty town, but I've never shown any examples. So if you'd like to see that, head over there. That should be up here in the next couple days, probably for sure by the end of the weekend. The last vehicle that I put on Patreon, I made that video. That was a little mystery vehicle I teased you guys about. So if you want to check that out, go over there. You get the scoop on that. The video after this on Patreon will be the new vehicle, which I'm in right now. It's right behind you guys. I'm trying to keep it out of the shop because it's more of a Patreon exclusive as well. So if you want to go over and see how the last vehicle went and how this one is and what we're going to do with it, go to Patreon, check it out. Other than that, definitely head to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm uploading shorts over there, reviews, just whatever, random things I want to post and share with you guys. Give me a like and a follow and all that. Hit subscribe here, hit like here, leave me a comment here. Enjoy talking to you guys on all platforms. And next week, I have not a clue what we're going to get into. I don't even know what the weather's going to be exactly. Last time I checked, 50s. So next week we may be t-shirt camping, but I'm sure we'll find something good to get into. We'll make us something good to eat. But big thanks to Mike sending in the snacks. Big thanks to Troy for sending in the ketchup. I believe I got a few more hot sauces of my own sitting around somewhere we can review. So that's what we'll do. Tune back in next week. Really appreciate you guys sticking around this time, because this is more of a getaway for myself more than anything. It was kind of based more around that than like trying to think up some great video idea, but I definitely want to take you guys along for the ride. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I sure did. That's enough rambling. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.